Hey my friends, welcome back to Kyle's Film Garage. So today we are in Hollywood and we are at Franklin and Highland. So we're across the street from the Hollywood Methodist Church. This thing is super famous and I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see what I'm talking about. This church has been an icon here in Hollywood for years, and there's been a lot of movies shot here. It's famous for the AIDS ribbon that is on the church in support of people with HIV and AIDS. And yeah, we're gonna walk across the street here in a sec and get a little closer look at it, shall we? I think we shall. And it just happens to be that the lights are working with us. So yeah, so as you can see on this particular sign, Back to the Future was shot here. And Back to the Future 2 and Sister Act was all filmed here at the Hollywood United Methodist Church. You look it up, there's lots more. There's lots more information on it than I'm saying right now, but I would definitely check it out. But we're gonna walk up to the door because check that out. See? That's pretty cool. Yeah. You got your stonework on the church here too. That's very cool. So I actually have an audition story. Let's go. I'm gonna go see if I can actually stand where I was in this parking lot. If there's not security that's gonna tell me I can't be in the parking lot. But so in this parking lot, about 9,000 years ago, I was auditioning. There was an open call. There was an open call for a Van Halen video, and I would say I was standing in line probably right about here. Yeah. So there's a church. You got your bushes right behind me. Now imagine if there's like 400 people in this parking lot. Those were real bells. In that tower are real bells. And so, I mean, you always got to pause for the bells, right? But back to the story. So yeah, so it was a Van Halen video. I don't remember which one it was, but 400 people in this parking lot, and the director like was going in and talking to each and every person on this mass call. And I said what I said, he's like, hey, who are you? What are you doing? And, tell me about yourself and all that kind of stuff. And so I told him that I just got out of Cal Arts and, I was here and, doing the thing. And I'm sure I said something different. This was a couple of years ago. But long story short, I booked it. So I guess he liked that I had gone to Cal Arts and that I had some personality. So I booked that. And I long story short, I was there all day long. Like me and this girl that was supposed to be my girlfriend were in this music video all day, and we were shooting, and all kinds of things happened, like holding hands and walking and going and doing getting hot dogs and like releasing doves, all this kind of stuff that happened. Well, this young lady decided that she couldn't stay the rest of the day and she had to leave, like before the day was over, before the shooting day was over of this Van Halen music video that I was in and that she was playing my girlfriend. Long story short, every scene that I was in, because she wasn't there at the end, they didn't use. So they didn't use like any of it. You saw my hand when they were releasing dubs, I think. So you saw my hand, and a friend of mine, David, at the time was working at Atlantic Records, and he had an opportunity to, he got a copy of this music video before, you know, before it was released. And so I went up in the office at Atlantic, and you know, where he's like, hey man, I got the video, come on, let's all watch it. So we're all watching the video, and I'm not in it, but I was supposed to be in it. But you saw my hand, and it was like, holy cow, this kind of thing happens. Like, you know, the whole like, oh, well, let's see if you don't end up on the cutting room floor. This kind of thing happens. So, wow. All right, welcome to Hollywood. That was one of my one of my welcome to Hollywoods. So, cool. So what we're gonna do right now is we're just gonna walk here. This is Franklin, as I said earlier. So we're just gonna walk up Franklin, and we'll see what there is to see on Franklin as we say goodbye to the Hollywood United Methodist Church that I booked the Van Halen video on, that I did not end up in, that you could see my hand. So now you know the story. I don't think I've ever told that story. So the address, if you're curious, I mean, you can look it up from the name, but it's 6817 Franklin Avenue. So that is the address of this church. So yeah, a lot of history here in Hollywood for that church. And this is the Oaks School that they have here. Is a non-religious school, which I think is pretty cool that they do that. Hey, by the way, as long as you're here, go ahead and click like on this video, you know, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and grab an I Love Indiefilm shirt, because we got a lot to do. We're gonna be doing some low budget, no budget films. So you're the first to hear it. I haven't talked about this before, but this is the plan. So yeah, so grab a shirt. I mean, I'd grab a shirt. If you asked me to grab a shirt and it said I Love Indiefilm, I mean, of course, you know, I would get one. So yeah, all right, well, let's keep on walking here. We're on Franklin doing the thing. All right, we are at Franklin and Orchid Avenue, and yes, you know what that says. I mean, we can all read, as long as, I mean, I'm assuming that we can all read. I mean, if you can't, what it says is the Magic Castle, and it also says Academy of Magical Arts Incorporated, established 1963. So that is pretty cool. And let's just take a peek over here. Yeah, you can see right over there the Magic Castle, and we're going to be walking down the street by the Magic Castle. But this right here is the Magic Castle parking lot, where people would park their cars to go to the Magic Castle. So, I mean, parking lots are as magical sometimes as the place you're going, depending upon the parking lot, I guess. Yeah, so we're coming up on Orange in Franklin, and the Academy of Magical Arts, magiccastle.com. It's like they have their own van. I mean, that's cool. I mean, listen, people, you know how you make it. How you know you've made it is when you have your own van that has like marketing stuff on it. So I will know that I have made it when I have a van that says like kylehester.com, you know, and it's like, it's got some stuff on it. It's got like a Viking ship painted on it and some arrows and, you know, stuff like that. Then I will know I've made it. But until then, we're just gonna keep on going, right? By the way, if you don't know who I am and you just like, you know, who's this guy bullshitting? So I'm an actor, I'm Kyle. There's some links in the description. The Chair, Zombie with a Shotgun, other things, check it out. IMDb if you want to do that. So yeah, Preacher 6 is in post-production. So yeah, and we're just walking through Hollywood. So that's what's happening. And you're with me, and we're all having a good time. And because we're having a good time, please do the like thing and the subscribe thing and the get the t-shirt thing, you know, because it all helps this reality that we are all in together in Hollywood. This is the Magic Castle Hotel and Club. I'm sure it's the same one that we were just talking about only moments ago. But that's pretty cool. It looks like a castle. Yeah, I like it. I've actually been there, and it's pretty cool. They have it's like kind of like catacombs and little rooms, and you have like different places that magicians will be doing things, and like, you know, some card rooms, and you know, to the big stages and all that kind of stuff. And I recommend it if you can get in. You know, I think you have to be invited, somebody, you have to know somebody. And one of my friends was a magician at the time, so that's how, or a friend of a friend, my friend, a friend of a friend. I'm not sure, but I know that I got in. So I mean, it's all a blur, really. Isn't life just a big blur? You're like, how did I get there? I don't know, but I know that I got there. So yeah, okay, there you go. Let's see. So, and across the street, so we were just there at this is the Magic Castle Hotel, and we're gonna slowly pan around to park across the street, and looks like we have a little campsite. So I don't know, you know, how that works, but that's cool. It's like if people have a safe place to be, you know, if they don't have a roof, and it looks like everything's pretty neat. So that's cool. Okay, Yamashiro. Okay, I don't think we can see it from here, but we can see the sign. So Yamashiro dining, lounge, events, 100-year landmark. That's super cool. It's a restaurant, and yeah, you can't see it from here, but you can see the road that goes up to Yamashiro. Let's see how much trouble we can get into here. All right, so we're just gonna walk past this truck, and by magic we'll be past it. And just like that, by magic, we are past that truck that was making all that noise. So this is the Yamashiro sign that says to go that way, but I am not a vehicle like that person is in a vehicle. So if they are driving up that road, and let me tell you, it is not an unsteep road. And what I mean by that, by not an unsteep, is that it's pretty steep. So if I say something backwards, you'll know that what I'm actually saying is the opposite of that. So unsteep is steep. All right, carry on. So this is what that truck was doing. See? It's like that thing was on the ground just over here, and now it's not even on the ground, it's on that truck. And that's pretty cool. Like, I mean, I have a truck myself. It's an SUV, and I tell you that I would not be able to do that with my truck. Just like back up to it and slide it up onto the back of my SUV. Wouldn't happen. But that guy did it, and that's why he does what he does. And he's got that job, because I couldn't do it with my truck. Okay, so to give you bearings after Yamashiro, that is the park that we were just looking at. Looks pretty cool, pretty like a nice place to be if you're gonna have to be like that. And we are right at the Highland Gardens Hotel, formerly the Landmark. Now, what makes this hotel special is that it was formerly the Landmark, is that in this hotel, this is where Janis Joplin passed away, in room 105. So yeah, this looks like, you know, nice little quaint hotel. This is where Janis Joplin passed away from a drug overdose. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can stay there too. I'm not sure that I don't really have a thing for, like, you know, wanting to stay in, you know, people's rooms where they passed away and stuff like that. It's like, I don't know, not really my thing. But anyway, that is where she passed away, right there. And if you can see that they had a lot of security. So how you doing? So they had a lot of like, I'd say like 4 or 5 security people in the office area, and there was a guy in the parking lot. So I guess that place probably has some fans that come by and stuff like that. Might be why they changed the name from the landmark to something else. But yeah, and that's also why I didn't want to walk up there, because I knew that basically as soon as I would stand in their parking lot with a camera, they would come out and say, "Excuse me, sir, blah blah blah, camera, blah blah blah, private property," that kind of thing. So that's why. All right, so we are at Franklin Avenue, 7000 West Franklin, and we are coming up to La Brea. So we go from the big church, we saw where Janis Joplin passed away, and right now we're almost to La Brea. And if we go past La Brea, what you're gonna have is there's a big hiking place, dog trail, Runyon Canyon, which has all of its own kind of like secrets and history and stuff like that. And I will share that and go to Runyon Canyon in another video. But yeah, thanks for coming with me. Enjoy you being here. Please share these videos with your friends. Check out the rest of them, and we're always gonna find something. So yeah, click like, subscribe. See you on the next one. Free your mind.